Racism. What is the definition of racism? Poor treatment of or violence against people because of their race. A belief that race is a primary determinant of human traits and capacities and that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. Racial prejudice or discrimination. How is racism a social justice issue? To start, the point of social justice is that everyone should be treated in equality, but this is why racism is a social justice issue. Those who are getting mistreated because of their race are not being treated equally as others. Many people are treated unjustly due to their skin color, culture, or race. Many people around the world are mistreated, and sometimes people get hurt or die due to their race. Many people are grouping and dividing people, and by us dividing people by their race, we are causing problems. Racism is destroying our world. We are not giving people and the next generations an opportunity to meet different races and become friends with those that are not of our race. How are people affected by racism? Racism affects your health. For example, racism and racial discrimination adversely affect mental health, producing depression, anxiety, and heightened psychological stress in those who experience it. Here's a graph about the odds of experiencing health outcomes by race in the United States compared to white people. For example, the 5 first columns are black people, the next 5 are Aboriginal, next 5 are Hispanic, and the last 5 are for Asians. In red, it shows the heart disease. In dark gray, it's the hypertension. In light gray, it shows asthma and emphysema. In the lighter gray, it shows arthritis. And in white, it shows cancer. Here are some facts about racism. Did you know Albert Einstein once referred to American racism as a disease of white people? He was speaking metaphorically, but a host of research in recent years has shown that racism, like a disease, can harm the physical health of both its victims and perpetrators. Racism might not be a disease exactly, but a growing body of research finds that it has lasting physical and mental effects on its victims. Did you also know racism holds the highest status for hate crimes? For example, in this graph, we are talking about police reported hate crimes in 2014 by motivation. In red, we have America, and in dark gray, we have Canada. Here shows how race and ethnicity hold the highest hate crimes overall. Also, studies have shown that police are more likely to pull over and search blacks or Latinos than whites. In New York City, 80% of the stops made were blacks and Latinos, and 80% of those people were searched, compared to a mere 8% of white people stopped. An interesting fact about racism is that the concept of race is a modern concept. In the ancient world, the Greeks, Romans, Jews, Christians, and Muslims did not have racial categories. Rather, people were divided according to religion, class, language, and more. Did you also know that non-whites tend to see racial discrimination a lot more than whites do? For example, take a look at these numbers. Around 87% of black Americans say black people face a lot of discrimination in the United States, but only 49% of white Americans say the same thing. Therefore, racism is a big social justice issue, and we must stand out and be the difference and not be racist. You have seen what racism does to people, so treat people the way you want them to treat you back. We should do what the photo says, and I quote, "Dude, racism is so stupid. I am black, white, and Asian, but everyone loves me, so stop the hate and start the love, man." The panda is right, and we must end racism through unity. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new about racism.